seconds remaining.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again to the Star Ladder I-League Invitational Season 3, taking a look at game number 1 here as we go into Penta Esports, facing off against Kinguin. I'm Lyrical, joined as well by Aosin. My man, how you doing?
Doing great as always. Oh, a CKAA opening. That's interesting.
Wowzers, that's I mean, we haven't seen a ton of CK. A hell of a lot of Ancient Apparition with heroes like a Sven or a Wraith King to set up to stun, and I guess that CK can kind of work in the same fashion.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, just really solid in lane. And
5 seconds
I'm just surprised about the CK being picked up so early, but this more or less solidifies their safe lane or off lane if they want to.
Yeah. No, certainly. It's a strong combo. What are the sort of like the strengths of this hero? What's the issues with him? Why haven't we seen him a ton? Is there anything that you can really point to, or just personal preference, you think?
Radiant team back.
He's like one of the stronger fighting carries in the early game. Like I think he does the most damage, and his overall skill set. You know, you have a disable, you have ability that kind of pulls them into you, but I think his biggest weakness is that he is somewhat reliant on having a good start and also relying a lot on the illusions. So, I mean, if you pick it up this early, it's not exactly that surprising that your opponents will inevitably pick up, you know, something that can deal with illusions and just have a ton of AoE so that your illusions can't really do the damage that they need to.
Yeah, so which is why we tended to see him in those last rounds of picks or whatever, as opposed to sort of the same situation as the Terrorblade.
5 seconds
I
remaining.
guess, does that mean that you might be a little bit concerned that Kinguin can find avenues to take him down? They've been running a lot of magical damage AoE cores. We've seen some Pugna. Maybe you get nags on that hero. You start draining those illusions away. What else? Alicia's been playing a lot of Wind Ranger. I mean, interestingly enough, they already show here that it's going to be a Nyx 4 and a Batrider 3 most likely. So they've got a good amount of heroes already out of the way.
10 seconds.
I think another option that might be a thing is like, I don't think we've really seen it, but Scepter Medusa can potentially erase all the illusions.
Yeah. I have seen that a couple of times, but more often than not, it's just the Medusa, and then sometimes they'll go into the Scepter, sometimes not. What else is there? There's like Timber Saw as a hero, as a possibility. That's kind of rough against the AA, though.
Yeah, it's not like that bad against AA. You can't heal, but you can itemize in a way that you can kind of survive long enough anyways. It's always going to be difficult to kill off, even without the healing.
Yeah, that's true. The armor's still going to be there regardless. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Third pick right now. I mean, does this tell you anything about the style of game that they're going to be playing? Are they playing for like super late game since they've got a CK, or maybe more like the fighting mid game that you were talking about?
It's hard to say. It's always hard to kind of guess off of just like 2 picks. You really have to see everything together. You know, you can always have a CK and all of a sudden, hey, we're gonna run a mid Morphling, for example, which is something that hasn't really been seen since what TI2 days. But
right,
you can never guess with 3 picks remaining.
5 seconds remaining.
Well, Clockwork taken now as well for Penta. We'll see if they decide to go for the shenanigans that we saw earlier. Maybe a Shadow Fiend taken later, or if they're going to agree with you and say that that hero isn't great. Anyways, I'm not sure which way they're going to go with it. Things that we should mention, we haven't got to see a ton of Penta. At least I haven't. I don't think you have either.
No, I haven't.
But RMN, very well known. Boogie's been around forever. DNZ also. I don't recognize Oliver or Nine, but this is a collection of tier 2 European players that have been playing for a very long time together. They are coming in, I believe, as the underdogs in this one, though.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you on that one. Although, to be fair, that's only because we've been able to kind of see how Kinguin have been playing recently. And like you said, Penta, a couple of familiar faces there, but a couple of new ones as well. Gonna have to wait and see how they perform here.
Yeah. If they have what it takes. Disruptor taken now as well. Glimpse taking out illusions. Probably not the biggest deal in the world, but the Static Storm being laid down, that could make all the difference in the world. Because if you don't get that ulti off, you're basically just, you know, sure, a tanky strength hero, but you might still run into issues.
Yeah, he's gonna hit his stride once he picks up, you know, one or two items, including the BKB, and then he's just like at the stage where he's extremely strong, powerful. But until then, he's good but not unstoppable. And if you're really far ahead, you just ignore the BKB and maybe buy a heart so that your illusions have 5,000 life and you just can't do anything about them.
Right. Well, and it's kind of interesting right now because Kinguin's lineup certainly, it feels very single target focused to me. Like Nyx Assassin Vendetta and Impale, then you've got like I mean, Impale's kind of AoE, it's not amazing. Batrider, obviously Lasso. He does do like some amount of AoE damage, but it's not like big bursty in any way. Disruptor has Glimpse, which is to catch one hero and pull him back in, and Static Storm is like an AoE spell, but it's not like that big damage. I don't know, do they need to double down on that, or do you think that they can like find the main CK and take him down? Or is just OD gonna eat everybody alive?
Oh, this is an interesting pick. OD, you know, you do bonus damage to summons. This is, I guess, their answer to dealing with CK illusions. Just hit him a couple times with OD.
Yeah.
But it is risky. You know, OD, if he gets locked down for even a moment, CK with one reality rip will more likely than not be able to kill off an OD.
Right. I mean, he's got, I think, decent starting armor and stuff, but yeah, the CK illusions get pretty big pretty quick. And in the late game, you're going to have BKB most likely on OD, particularly with this type of a lineup. But if CK gets that level 25, then you've got Reality Rift pierces BKB, and the only way that you're really safe is if you put yourself inside an Astral, and then you're not doing damage. Lots of things to contend with.
I mean, obviously, though, this is just all speculation on...
10 seconds remaining.
We're speculating this as if Chaos Knight has the greatest start, or not the greatest, but a good enough start, and has a good enough mid-game. I mean, for all we know, Kinguin, they could just punish him to the point where he's just irrelevant.
That's true. Yeah, no, definitely. And if OD gets off to a hot start and starts making rotations down there to that bottom lane, there's a very high probability that he just gets destroyed before he can get those items up. Troll Warlord going to get taken down as well, so Battle Trance with OD? My God.
This was a combo a lot of people used to run, right? It wasn't, I mean, it wasn't that long ago, but OD Troll was fairly common in recent patches.
Yeah.
The sack. Choose
Whoa.
your hero.
This is an RMN hero for sure, because one, he's the captain. Two, this is a hero that he played a lot when he was on a different version of Na'Vi, right?
Yeah.
He was playing on Na'Vi for a while, and I think they picked him support Lashrak for quite a few games.
I mean, do you like it here? It's tower damage. You probably go like the Maxine, Earth Splitter, and Diabolic Edict, right?
I think as a support, I actually don't know. I would have to assume you want to have utility, so maybe a couple levels of Lightning just for the slow, and then a couple levels of Edict for tower pushing, and then obviously Earth Splitter for the stun. So, I mean, we're just going to have to see how he decides to build it. Like, honestly, I like the hero a lot, but as a support, Leshrac has to survive if he wants to contribute, and if you don't have farm, you can't survive. He just is so squishy, so...
It's Splitter, isn't it? It's not Earth Splitter. Earth Splitter is the Elder Titan ulti. I messed that up. Sorry, guys. I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah.
You're probably right, but whatever.
Yeah,
whatever. People know what we're talking about.
Splitter. It is. Yeah. All right. I was wrong and then I was right. At least I corrected myself. All right. RMN. Oh, and of course, the most important part. He's got the taunt. Oh, yeah. We're boogieing tonight. He's got Boogie on his team.
I feel like we've been seeing a lot more taunts ever since the chat wheel thing has stopped.
Yeah. I just want to keep looking at this guy. Do it again. One time. He's not going.
No, he won't. Don't worry. Just give him a moment.
Okay. In the meantime, Patos moving out here. He's also taunting away. And I don't know if they're going to spot him. They did catch a quick little glimpse. But they won't be able to pull him back in with a reality rift or anything like that.
30 seconds to battle.
Alright, he's actually stopping. He's not doing it. I think he's waiting to see someone first. so that they can see him doing it.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for that.
Ooh, smoke. They want to go aggressive with this. I mean, this Penta level 1 is like ridiculously strong, but
they're trying to switch lanes. I think that's what it is too. They don't want to get scouted that they're switching lanes and then go in for the fight.
Begins.
They're gonna miss the rune, but still. See how this turns out. Missing a rune is not a big deal if you get the first blood.
And they're going to think they're safe. This is going to be a first blood, I think, onto Disruptor. Alicia is up here, or they can get the troll. Oh, man, if they can get the troll, they know he's going to be blocking. They pull him back in. Reality Rift. No, he's got the stun instead. It's a 2-second one. The split earth to follow.
Oh, he is done. Look at that damage. It is just ridiculous.
Great. Okay. Well, first blood going the way of Penta, and DNZ picking it up.
Chilling Touch, probably one of the best level 1 fighting abilities, I think.
So here's the problem. Pato's just TP'd top, and now Troll is going to TP bottom. So we could see Penta switch it up, and yeah, they're all going to buy TP scrolls now and go down bottom to keep messing with Troll. So Troll's stuck on an island. In just a second here, at least, most likely.
Probably just finishing up the waves first before they decide on anything.
I guess they also want to keep their eyes on Disruptor to make sure that he doesn't glimpse anybody. Is the other way to go, is they found Patos. Another kill. Things looking quite good right now for Penta. And it looks like they might actually keep it for the moment. Troll versus Clock. With the mid lane matchup, looks like Mirana's getting a little bit the better of OD as well. Nisha not having the best of time here.
Wow, that's impressive. I would have thought OD would have struggled, but I think the thing that Mirana players have started to learn is how to shove out waves as fast as possible.
Right.
And you just over-creep them.
Yeah, there are a lot of creeps here, and Nisha's not getting all these last hits either. What? What?
Okay, he's fine, That was way too close for comfort. What was that?
I have no idea what he was doing. I think he wanted to leap into the trees. There is this like little area where you can eat your way through. Yeah, that just happened. And then he found a regen rune. Okay. I don't know.
Salvaged.
That was very odd. Armen down bottom. They could try and set up onto exotic gear here.
He needs to hit level 2, otherwise it's not going to be enough damage. Yeah. Boogie. Oh, he's level 3 as well. Okay, this is the perfect timing then. Armen getting 2.
Yep.
Boogie at level 3. I think they could go for this.
They just need to get him in the cogs, and then it would end up working out. The walk forward, maybe trying to bait him into a bad position.
Oh, he took the lightning.
Okay. He's not slowed enough. Yeah, he's getting out of there.
Mid lane, they're trying to help out Nisha, but actually it doesn't look like he needs help. After that entire wave was pushed out, he's more than okay now.
Yeah. I think that maybe like 9 having to run back and heal up and all this stuff there, that probably made the difference where he's now leading in CS and Mirana's going to push under wave. They find a kill. Pato's going to go down. Impale, missed there. DNZ able to dodge. The turnaround. Alicia in trouble. DNZ still living. And they're going to be able to kill off K-Core. Nyx Assassin in trouble. They've got all the damage in the world. The cold feet is there. And the stun is out as well. They find another kill. 5-0 for Penta.
Underdogs, huh?
Apparently. Nisha?
Oh, 9? Is he going to go for the courier?
No leap.
No leap. Yeah, if you had leap, I think it's actually worth trading your life for that courier. I would have left for
it. Well, 4 minutes in, and even though it is Penta a little bit in the lead, that's mainly by virtue of kills. As far as actual CSing, Kinguin are getting the better end of the stick. With Patos being the lowest out of the cores, but OD and Troll having a very, very good time. And K-Core could have thrown out in the Impale there, but Mirana had a leap, so might not have worked.
I think Penta are actually okay with this, though, because, you know, a Troll can farm, but he's going to need quite a few items to actually get going, right? Until he actually has, you know, BKB and maybe, what is it? A lot of them like to go Mask of Madness, and then either Sanjin Yasha or just a casual Yasha, whatever it is, you know, you need those items to fight as Troll Warlord if you don't want to get, you know, killed in one stun. And Bad Rider, he actually needs, you know, that Blink Dagger, right? So the gold difference is much greater, and I think Penta are making the right decision just delaying this Bad Rider's Blink for as long as possible, because they'll always have an answer for the other cores.
Did you see this rotation though? It was like these three heroes walked that entire way and then didn't get a kill because they walked right underneath the ward, and now they're back here again. Like, I don't know. It feels like a big wasted rotation, that one. As K-Core gonna run into Boogie. Boogie able to sidestep it for the moment. Can they hit the Impale? Doesn't look like they're even gonna try.
No glimpse, and Troll's a little too far away, so it's kind of difficult to follow up on that. I feel like Penta a little too ambitious with their rotations. Just gotta calm down and be happy with what they've accomplished so far in these lanes.
Yeah, I mean, they really are having a great time so far. Nisha's gonna use his shrine, 5-minute mark. Bat Rider now taking this 2 stack of creeps. And Nyx just gonna place down Observer as they'll get some of that vision to make sure the rotation doesn't come in. Bottom lane, they found Exotic Deer, but he's gonna be able to sidestep him there, and well, with another lightning, maybe they can find the kill. They throw down the kinetic field, and that's gonna keep Exotic Deer alive with a shrine ready to be used.
A gift from the Tempest.
Yeah, it's a good thing he has Shrine. He's gonna be able. Oh, he's not even using it. He's gonna go. He's running for the bounty first.
Yeah. That way, Alicia can get back here and use it as well.
So I mean, while Penta are ahead in kills, they're actually. I mean, they're ahead of 5 kills too. But I mean, if you look at the overall net worth difference, it's actually not that much. It just kind of shows how much more efficient Kinguin are in terms of farming.
Is under attack.
For sure. And I mean, it's almost 50 CS on Nisha, and it's 7 minutes in. He's basically had free farm, and bottom lane, Exotic Deer, he's gonna pay for this. Mirana made that rotation down bottom, and while that's happening, this is gonna be DNZ soaking up experience mid. So overall, it's a pretty good situation, I would say, for Penta.
Yeah, definitely.
CK's starting to climb the CS charts as well. He's ahead of the Troll Warlord now. They're gonna need Nisha to make a lot of plays in the mid game.
Oh, bottom lane, he hits that arrow. Still holding on to Carapace though, so not gonna be able to get the kill, but very nicely done. EA is gonna get some levels in the mid lane now.
I'm also kind of keeping my eye on this OD's item build. He's going for treads and immediately into the 4-staff Hurricane Pike. You can tell he's not trying to go for like the mega farming route. They want to try and make stuff happen right away. No Midas. And well, Impale is there. They've got themselves the Ancient Apparition. They find a quick and easy kill. Gonna get that Astral as well as the Glimpse away. And RMN sets up the stun. They find it onto the Nyx. He's gonna fall. Leshrac picking that one up.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at how the lanes are going right now, they're not exactly in the most comfortable position. So Kinguin gonna go straight for the 4-staff first, because you don't want to run that risk of buying a Midas to farm and then getting picked off over and over again by a Clockwork. I think if anything, if you really wanted to go back into a faster farming, faster leveling build with the Midas, you definitely can still pick it up after the 4-step.
Yeah. So Radiant might have seen Kinguin heading up that hill to go smoke, but I don't think that they did actually see the smoke come out. And now there's the high probability that we end up seeing Oliver getting caught as they lay down the kinetic field. They have Glimpse, they have everything. I don't think you can get out of this one. Well, they do have the invis here, and a good jump forward. Boogie gets the pushback. They're going to keep him alive for now. Moonlight Shadow comboed together with Clockwork is going to keep that CK alive. That was a big rotation.
Very nicely done. Although I say very nicely done, but maybe that was a misplay by Kinguin. you are against a Mirana, so
yeah,
I kind of expected them to have some kind of protection.
For sure. And looking at the levels now on these supports, you've got level 5 on Ancient Apparition and Leshrac. This is looking amazing for Penta. 8-1 start, but more importantly, this Ancient Apparition is about to hit level 6 in the mid lane, soaking up experience. You've got the Leshrac, who's, you know, level 5 now, and he doesn't have any points in the Edict, which is a little sketch. But I think that they can really start to make stuff happen around the map and cause some real issues.
I think that's the big challenge that Penta are going to have here, is that they do have the levels of their supports now, so they're going to hit this team fight timing much earlier, but they have to actually go for those team fights first.
Right.
If they don't, I think like if Kinguin starts catching up in terms of experience balancing with all the other supports and heroes, then
Dire's top tower is
they are gonna give Kinguin the chance to fight back because of just how farmed this AD and Troll are getting.
Yeah. Well, and Bookie does go down. Meanwhile, 9 shows up with Oliver. They want to try and find a kill here onto the OD. Can self Astral? No, can't. Too long of a stun.
Yeah, and this is what they need to continuously do. Yeah. I mean, they have a ton of low cooldown abilities that can just chain disable one person and get the kill very easily. CK being able to do that, and Clockwork Hook as well. And then you can follow it up with Leshrac Stun or an arrow with AA Apparition or Ancient Apparition ulti.
Yeah. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Not to mention the initiation coming from the Mirana is it's hard game to deal with. Kinguin, they have decent vision of the jungle right now and seeing everything that's sort of going on here. Requesting a gank. They want to do a lot here as bottom lane. They find the CK. Scary moment. Meanwhile, OD, he's on the Mirana. They are going to gain out the Moonlight Shadow. Exotic Deer going to fall. They find that kill, and now finding more. Nisha left alone. He's going to get stunned here. They have a secondary stun with the Static Storm. That's what they needed right there as well. Nisha throwing out the damage. Does he have his ultimate? He doesn't, and he's only going to be able to kill down that AA. So they lose Troll and OD for an Ancient Apparition.
And this is exactly what Penta have to be doing. They know that they're strong right now. Like, regardless of net worth, they know that their heroes can do this. And this is what they have to continuously to do to build up a lead. It's not going to be through farming. Like, farming is going to be... If they want to play a farming game, it's going to be very difficult against these Kinguin heroes because Troll Warlord, OD, as well as Bad Rider are very good at farming.
Yeah. Well, K-Core, he is... got his eyes on Penta. They realized that Nyx is there. A little, hey, how you doing? I think that he walked within range of that. Maybe a sentry right here. It's up on the high ground. But a 3,000 net worth lead, building towards 4,000. And Penta need to keep up that aggression, like you said.
It's got to continue happening. I don't think at any given point.
Nisha took the movement speed talent.
Huh. It's kind of interesting.
Is that a mistake? Like, do you think that like, honest opinion, do you think that that was a misclick?
I'm gonna go ahead and say no. I think it's definitely a preference thing.
We saw him take mana the other day.
10 out of 10 times I would take mana.
Okay.
Done.
Static Storm.
No chance.
The snarky person in me wants to say movement speed didn't help him there, but nothing would have helped him there, so.
Yeah, that is true.
Radiant's courier has
End up finding the courier though. Nyx Assassin, well done there. It's just a little weird because we did see him like in the game yesterday take mana instead. Do you what would be a potential reason to take it? Just to try and like get away from the Clockwork who's chasing you down or something? I guess.
It helps you farm faster. I think that's really all it is.
Radiant are scanning.
Shadows take us.
Okay.
And movement speed to help you farm faster.
Dubious. Exotic Deer though gets the 2-second stun. They have the splitter and again a pickoff. Ancient Apparition gets that kill. Patos, he's walking forward. He has a blink, but they have no damage to follow this up. They're going to TP away Oliver. He gets glimpsed as well. And now we're just going to run away. They have the Impale to connect onto him. He has Midas, a lot of stick charges. Still going to be able to survive. 4-second stun on the bat. They do have a Vendetta if they want to use it. They're going to have to use that for the kill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So CK goes down. Big kill.
You know, the crazy thing is, despite all this pressure, this is why they need to go even harder in terms of pressuring these heroes, is that they are only up ahead by a little over 2,000. It's actually not even growing that much, despite getting the kills on the board. And with that tower deny, it's going to go even lower.
All right. So a Force Staff is done for OD. He's starting to build up his int a little bit. Also, he has the 1-4-4 build for just that maximum spam out of waves, which he had earlier.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Looks like Disruptor's trying to get set up here as well in case somebody comes to TP and defend. I don't think anybody's going to, though.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The ulti is going to be committed here. Maybe they'll scare him off, but nope. Just a bluff.
Yeah. And they'll be fine to take this tower down. Meanwhile, top lane, pressure going out as well. They don't quite get the last hit. That's fine. It happens.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
RMN buying Helm of the Dominator, something I haven't seen in quite a while, but I always like this item. Gives you the ability to kind of scout out the map a little more, just run a creep around.
Yeah. Very different.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, mid lane, they're looking for a pickoff here. An Invis rune picked up by Clockwork. Do they have detection? They do. They spot him, but instead they're going to head down bottom here. They found themselves the Ancient Apparition. The Ice Blast, the turnaround. Static Storm is down. Don't know if it's going to be enough. DNZ looking like he is going to fall. And, well, the Split Earth's going to connect onto Odie. He's dead as well. They end up losing the Odie for the Ancient Apparition. Also, Batrider falling. Alicia's going to die. Penta, clearly the stronger team fighter right now.
Yeah, you have to be so careful when you take these team fights as Kinguin, especially because you don't have these BKBs yet. Penta just have far too many disables. Like, every single hero on their team has a good disable.
The other thing is these auras. Like, you've got Unholy Aura, so 6 regen. Helm of the Dominator, 10 health regen. So they're just sitting with passively 19 health regen. They can keep pushes going.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And it's up.
Pull back in the Nyx. There's the catch, CK. Ice Blast onto 3.
No
Radiant
follow-up,
wanted
though.
to turn this. You gotta be at least a little bit careful. They have Hookshot back up in 1 second with 6 charges available. And it's gonna end up going to here, and they pull back in Boogie.
Can he hook shot?
Yeah, he can if they want to. There's gonna be the Sanities. The clips drop down. It's not enough though, and I mean, they kill off the Clockwork, but if they're not careful, they might lose more. The arrow connected onto Nisha. They take down K-Core. A 1-for-1 so far. Man.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
I think all things considered, that's not. I think Penta are still okay with that. You know, they are ahead, but losing a Clockwork, not the biggest deal. They didn't have all of their cooldowns. I was actually expecting him to hook shot back into his team, just kind of get away from that fight, but they were very ready to just turn.
Well, they have found the Ancient Apparition bottom, the Sacrificial Lamb, again being killed. And I was kind of keeping my eye on what the other items are. It looks like AA is going for a Midas. They already have one on CK. Doesn't look like anybody else is going for any Midases, though. Everybody else is kind of going for these fighting items, but it does look like we've got some damage across the board, or rather some late game scaling potential across the board.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Hey, Nisha's going back for it. See? But he's going for the Hurricane Pike first, then he's going back for the Midas.
Lane. They found themselves Mirana hookshot, gonna interrupt that Disruptor, and well, he ends up just getting a free pass away from the Nyx Assassin. Ice Blast gonna connect on nobody. So 4,000 net worth lead, 18-7. Penta continuing to just kind of dominate this early game.
Has been denied.
Yeah, we're actually starting to see signs of this net worth disparity now. They're actually starting to build up an actual lead. Oh, Exotic here. He might be in trouble here for trying to go on this.
Uh-oh. Yeah, they go. Nisha, though, he's able to interrupt one. Boogie now, maybe in a little bit of trouble as well. They think that they have Oliver caught, though. They have a lot of damage. He's slowed down as well. They do have a Sanity's Eclipse in 30. I don't know if they're going to be able to bring him down there. They need to start getting some bashes from Exotic here. The Nyx is coming in as well. Boogie's actually just going to die. And it looks like he's going to have to give up his life, but now they've also caught the CK. He thought he was away, but K-Core came in and finished it off. 3 dead. Now maybe going to be able to find more. Patos looking for 9. Pushes him back. He does still have Lasso, but ENZ able to slow. And maybe able to find this kill. Can they get him? Doesn't look like it yet. Fight recap.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And
attack.
they'll stop it there. But Shadow Blade, and now they got him. Yeah. Patos just lives through that.
That was incredibly well played by Nisha. They made it so that they were attacking from the fog. Troll doesn't even have to show himself because of that potential turnaround that a CK as well as a Clockwork can have. So just fighting from within the trees and building up his instacks, just tearing them apart once he had that much int stolen. 51 int stolen after all of that.
Yeah. Boogie misses a hook shot in the mid lane onto Nyx Assassin. Now we're starting to see what you were talking about. A little bit of ground, give them an inch, they take a mile. It is a steep drop off into the favor of Kinguin.
Top tower is under attack.
And in the mid lane, Oliver, he's just going to use his ulti to farm.
I mean, it looks like they want to fight here, but I don't know if this is going to end up working out. They use the dust on a K-Core. He is going to get caught there. Impale off the mark. They get the kill.
Alright, at least he does find at least a kill with the Phantasm.
So how do you see this game going forward now? Like, CK, it does feel like they have answers for him.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, he doesn't have the magic immunity, so this OD is gonna chunk him. He's also got a Blink Dagger now, so very nice to pick up.
Yeah, deciding to go for that instead of the Midas. I guess that they're expecting that they can go for
Dire are scanning.
more fighting items and kind of just build their lead even further. Araman, they knew that he was in here, and they find that kill. No way out. Alicia picks it up. Static Storm down, but so too is Leshrac.
It's starting to look really bad. This is the outscaling that OD and Full Warlord are going to provide Kinguin.
Yeah, another pickoff.
Penta are just falling apart now. They had such a great laning phase, but that seems to be the extent of their success.
And now Kinguin going in to finish and take Roche. Like, this is kind of just textbook way to play Dota, and the Ice Blast is going to go in. They do need to be careful about Clockwork, who's making his move. Alicia might be able to block the hook shot, and they pull him in immediately. He's going to find that kill. Impale is there onto the Clockwork. They're still trying to defend Roche. He did get mana broken, but he'll be able to get an initiation there. My god, they just blow up PNC, but trying to interrupt it. They take him down. Troll is dead. Araman might be able to get Roche. Patos walking forward. He wants to steal this away, and Araman able to take Roshan and the Aegis. Easy peasy for the Leshrac as K-Core tries to find something. Nisha needs to get cleanup duty. And they do have him chased. Not killed, though. So...
Alright, well done by Penta, taking that Roshan fight. I mean, they got the Roshan as well as the Aegis.
That's nuts. And a very even game now, with the Aegis still on Lesh. I mean, he could conceivably start walking around in the head of his team and, like, you know, just casting Edict. He's fairly tanky. Almost 1600 HP.
I don't think the Aegis on Lestrak will amount to too much.
Oh,
Definitely going to help a bit, but I think as long as OD and Troll are there,
A gift from the
it's
Tempest of
going to
Battle.
be a little too much damage for Penta to handle, maybe.
okay, fair enough.
Oh, AA gonna get picked off here.
Yeah.
Classic Link Hurricane Pike.
Oh, the Clockwork Hook onto 2 though. Immediately Static Storm. And most likely going to die. Maybe not. They pull back in 1. That's going to be a lot of damage built up onto 9 as well as RMN. My God. That's Aegis down though. So they kill off the OD for the price of the Marana and the Ancient Apparition. Akor is going to run away.
Do it with flair.
How did Disruptor get in there?
I don't know. Hey, they just do these things.
I think he got pushed in by the cogs, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm really confused as to how he got in there because there's no opening in that tree area. I think. No, actually, no. There's one tree. Okay, so
He might have gotten
ran in
force
there.
staffed or something. Also,
No, there's a tree cut. I think you can
Okay.
walk in.
Boogie
So a really sneaky spot.
being assaulted by creeps. Uh-oh. Yeah, time to get out. So CK is starting to become more and more of a problem. Heaven's Halberd done, so he's got a little bit of evasion. He's almost got a BKB completed. Gonna get into that level 20 as well, so either stats or more gold, depending upon which way he wants to go. You starting to get it all worried?
BKB is definitely gonna provide Kinguin some problems, but it's not like unmanageable for sure. Because even though you have BKB, right, you can still have OD kill off all the
Dire's
illusions.
bottom
But
tower.
the problem right now is that OD also dies in one reality rift.
Right. He almost needs to wait for the CK to show himself before he can even really go in on anything. And he's actually going to be going for a Lincoln Sphere, it looks like.
Doesn't want to get reality
rift.
rift.
Under
Yeah.
attack. Radiant's top tower.
I think
has
Troll
fallen.
has finished BKB as well.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
BKB Troll
Dire's
also is
structures
also just
are
as scary as
fortified.
BKB CK. He's gonna have to see how each side deals with it.
Yep. All right.
Radiant's top
Tower now
is
going to be under
attack.
siege, while
Dire's
bottom lane, they've already
tower
taken
has
it.
fallen.
Penta looking to try and push and maybe even force for some reaction
Shadows take us.
down here in the bottom.
Dire's
And the
bottom
hook shot, it connects onto Troll. They got him stuck. Exotic Deer in trouble. He's dead. They get another pickoff. Hell, I mean, right now, Kinguin, they're making a couple of questionable plays and might end up getting punished further for it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The arrow? No, he didn't have it anyways.
Yeah,
Already
he already used it.
Yep.
Yeah, really unfortunate for Exotic Deer. He got caught out in a spot where it's just not going to work out if he BKBs and TPs out, considering how much life he had. So makes the right call, doesn't use it, accepts his fate. So very close game right now. BKB is up on CK now.
Yeah. Oh, and Gakor. He has a force staff, which he's going to use now. And Ice Blast. Snipe.
On the mark.
Yep.
Dire's top
I don't know.
tower is under
I'm wondering
attack.
if they just think about trying to muscle high ground. I mean, is that something they can do against Kinguin?
They're doing it anyways.
Dire's
OD doesn't have
top
vibe
tower
or
is under
TP.
attack.
He's 15
Oh.
seconds away.
That's bad.
Oh no.
This is gonna be a tower.
Tier 3 tower taken. They pull back in 1, but again, no OD.
Dire's top
So
tower
they're going to kill off the Lesh. But a full tier 3 tower taken just because of a lack of TP.
And the rain tracks dropping below half. I mean, that's a very worthwhile Phantasm. I think Penta are gonna be happy with that one.
Yeah. Access to shrines is now open. Kinguin struggling for answers.
Oh,
So,
CK's going for Lincolns.
what do you think about that?
I'm actually not sure about this one.
The prize is mine.
I mean, Bat Rider.
I mean, sure, Bat Rider can lasso you, but you have a BKB. I think you just play the illusion game.
I mean, they do some damage to illusions. You were preferring like a Manta or something?
I think with the way this game is going, maybe Heart might have been a better option too.
Okay. So what's gonna be the concern for you if he gets this Lincoln Sphere? Like, what's he gonna be missing?
Just overall strength on the illusions. I mean, Lincoln's only gives what 15 stats.
Radiant are scanning.
Which the intelligence, you're kind of like whatever, right? Intelligence, Agi is pretty good, but majority of the time you just want to have a bunch of strength on CK.
Yeah.
If not that, then maybe even Assault Kuros.
30 minutes into it, 28-18. It's a 4,000 net worth lead. Actually, more towards 5,000, and it looks like Kinguin want to fight. They want to find somebody. They are a little bit separated. Patos not with the rest of the team. He's going to have to head over this direction, and now, do they spot him? Do they realize? They have a gem on Bat Rider, but they pass each other, and maybe Penta realize. Oh, smoke is broken. Scary stuff. Kinguin, they get initiated on. They found him right at the start. The pushback with the calls as well as there. And K-Core going to be the first one to get ran at. It looks like he is going to die there, and, well, Kinguin just have to run back home.
Fine crater.
I think they just go for Shrine.
Yeah.
I think it's a little risky to go high ground, like even if the Nyx Assassin is down. I think they need more than that, so settle for the Shrine.
Dire's top shrine.
Settle for both Shrines, I think.
They take it so quickly. Roche is still a little ways away from being, or from respawning.
Do it with flair.
They're going for the tier 2 tower mid. Is this the fight that Kinguin want to take?
They pretty much have everything, so I think it's okay. If they find an initiation again, they should be okay. Yeah. Just make sure they don't get lassoed. Oh, this is a good start. They can find this disruptor, but uh-oh. Hot Rider, not like this.
Arrow not going to actually end up doing that much. They jump forward on Anisha. My god, they blow up the clockwork. He's fallen, but they turn it now on Anisha. He gets the Astral off. Can they do this? Exotic Deer turned against as well. They try and blink out. It's not going to happen. The stun is there. 3 seconds, and the damage to follow. 9 chasing after Nyx, but not doing it. 3 are dead for Penta. Alicia, as well as the rest of Kinguin, stay alive. All right. 20 to 6 to 20. Kinguin went out big there.
OD also does have the Lincolns, but I don't know how effective Lincolns is going to be here for OD as well. I could have sworn that he was going to buy a BKB instead.
Yeah. I guess late game when CK has that reality rift talent eventually, if that's what he wants to go for. I don't know if you take that over cooldown reduction, but it's an answer for OD later anyways. I don't know.
I think you could take it here. We'll see how he feels about it. 20% cooldown reduction is pretty good though, especially since he has a Midas as well as a Heaven's Halberd and a BKB.
Flares here.
Clockwork Aghanims. He is, what, 1,500 gold away from completing that. Meanwhile, DNZ, he has got very farmed with that Midas and the GPM talent. Currently only 1,200 away from gaining an Aghanim Scepter.
A tithe to the impurity.
Are Kinguin going to try and do something here? They're only a tiny bit behind. They do spot out Patos, and they're moving over this direction. Isha pushing in mid lane. And if they wanted to fully commit to that, that could be a tower, since all of Penta are up here in the top lane. But instead, they're going to move over and maybe try and take down Roche. Bottom lane being pushed in as well. They're going to need to contend with that. Looks like Troll is going to head back for it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
All right, maybe they're gonna go take Roshan instead.
I think they might consider it just because they see the troll warlord pushing out this bottom lane, but they don't do it that quickly. That's the worrying thing. Uh-oh.
Nyx could scout them here.
Do it with flair.
All right. Getting ready to walk in. Moonlight Shadow. The Nyx Assassin stepping forward. Atos, they find the initiation onto 2. They push back another. They don't find the catch with the lasso. And it's just going to end up being the Troll Warlord. Almost brought down Nisha. He might have saved his life, but it might not be for long. He ends up falling nonetheless. Boogie got that kill.
Death in a can.
And with Phantasm done.
Just what do you have?
We'll see if Kinguin want to come and fight this. There's a chance. They still have sanities.
They are hanging around.
Yeah. They might just go for it. Roche, very low. And Kinguin, I think that they can't do it. It's too much.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Boom, there it goes.
Alright, Penta
A gift from the temple.
once again in the lead. Very back and forth game so far. But for the most part, it's been even up until now. This is the biggest lead that Penta have had up
Dire's
until now, I
middle
think.
tower is under
Yeah.
attack.
Do you think they're in a position to push for high ground at this stage?
That's kind of hard to say.
Oh, apparently.
I think they just wanted to pick off, and if they got the bad rider, there's no initiation, then they can actually go. But
Incoming.
Yeah.
I mean, RMN has no mana left, so I think it's time for them to just call it off and hit the shrine instead.
What about the next Aegis? Is that kind of the moment when you could go for it? Because it does feel like, oh, Glisha, he's found one, but doesn't go for the glimpse.
All right, that Lincoln's paying off.
There we go. That would have been a kill. Or at least the Aegis. I think now, though, you're looking at RMN, who's going to have his Lincoln or his Yule Scepter completed. Boogie will have his Aghanim Scepter done. What else? CK. He's building towards Scotty, but it has the Lincolns. Like, I think that they've got this next tier of items. They could go for it with this Aegis at the very least. What do you think?
I think it's really difficult to brute force your way there. You have to find that opportunity before you actually make that move.
Okay.
I think if you just try to walk up onto high ground, you're probably just gonna lose the team fight.
Fair enough.
Ancient Apparition's about to finish, or has finished the Scepter, so it's a pretty big pickup.
That's what I'm saying, man. They're ready to party. They want to fight. Come at us.
RMN is very tanky too on his left track.
Yeah. I think people underestimate how good the Helm of the Dominator is. The extra little bits of attributes plus the
Dire's
regen aura.
bottom
And
shrine
then on top of
is
that, of
under
course,
attack.
just the casual Heaven's Halberd. One of the
Yeah, that
better
was a-
items at dealing with OD.
Troll as well.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom shrine has fallen.
Smoke.
Radiant's
See where they
top
go with
tower
this
is
one.
under
They don't have
attack.
the A nearby, but could always send that ulti from a distance.
And like Kinguin's all on the other side of the map.
Oh, they're just going in. There's no
Oh my
backdoor
God.
protection.
Dire's strong.
All right. Well, there is the glyph about to be done. They are walking up there. There's going to be the astral, but nothing really used yet. The melee barracks almost dead.
Dire's
So
bottom
Phantasm
tower
down.
is
They
under
pull in
attack.
Cakewar. Not going to get him. Lolliver. He's fine.
Dire's bottom
Glimpse
tower
pulls him back.
has fallen.
He can turn and fight now. BKB. They pull him back in. Another astral. Decides to turn his attention onto this barracks. They fight Nisha. He does a lot of damage, but the clockwork gets the cog. Gonna try and push it back now. Troll has control of Oliver as well. That's gonna be the Aegis down.
Has fallen.
And he is already gonna lose his
Dire's
life.
middle tower is
But he
under
does have a
attack.
second round here. If they wanted to, they also do have a lasso. They turn to fight. There's the hook shot. It connects. Great combo together. No buyback. That's OD dead forever, and Nyx Assassin also in trouble. Patos is going to start to fall low. 9 has eyes on him. They also have Troll Warlord. They pull him back in, going to bring him down. He does have buyback, but they don't want to have to use it. They buy back on Troll. They buy back on Nyx. They lose the Bat Rider as well. 3 buybacks used already. Penta really streaming forward with a full lane of barracks gone. RMN is probably going to lose his life here. Didn't have mana for the Yule Zoroark cooldown, and they pull back in the Ancient Apparition. It's still Ag Scepter upgraded, but he won't get it off. You take that trade every day of the week. Huge win right there for Penta.
They saw their opportunity and they took it. That was a big arrow from 9 hitting on the OD. That's the one way that OD just can't do anything about. If you're not BKB'd and you get hit by an arrow, you're gonna be sitting there. You're gonna be a sitting duck for that stun duration, and you just got torn apart.
Yeah. 4,000.
It's so important. It's so important for Kinguin to not have their cores go down in these fights. I think if either of them go down, I think the team fight is just over.
Well, Troll has a DD, so they can maybe make a play here if he runs into the CK, but CK is kind of taking a safe farming place where he's by a shrine, and I mean, he's got cheese on top of everything else. Armlet, BKB, he is just large and in charge. Astral use, Nisha. Ice Blast! Connects on the 2 isn't enough though. Oliver there trying to run away. He pops Phantasm, turns the fight exotic here. Has nothing to stand up to him. My God! Woo, baby! Now Alicia just running forward. What are you doing there, man? GG called. They've had enough.
Alright. Never doubt the first pick AACK. They made it work. RMN also played a great support Leshrac.
Yep.
This is an entertaining team to watch because they don't exactly play a lot of the, or they didn't pick any of the, you know, really popular meta heroes apart from Ancient Apparition, I feel.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to see what happens in game number 2. I came into this expecting Team Kinguin to kind of dominate based upon how we've seen them perform leading up to this. This is teams that have, or a team that has challenged some of the best in the region, and well, here come Penta showing that they're not going to be pushed around. Steven, anything you'd like to see changed for game number 2 from either squad?
Not really. I think both of these teams, they know what they want to do. I think it'll definitely work out. I think Team Kinguin just were kind of thrown off by it, probably not seeing this type of playstyle much recently, so they're gonna have to just adapt. But I think their overall strategy definitely works. They've been successful with it so far, so I don't think they need to make any changes.
All right, well, we'll see what happens in game number 2, everybody. Penta Sports facing off against Kinguin. They're up 1-0 and on the verge of elimination. Kinguin need 2 wins to be able to advance. Lyrico and Eos and your 2 casters will be back in a few for game number 2.
World Electronic Sports Games returns with a new season. The